50,000 years had passed since the Galactic Council's fleets had descended upon Earth, reducing it to cosmic dust and memories. The decision was unanimous among the alien species. Humanity was too unpredictable, too chaotic, and too dangerous to be allowed to continue. With their home planet gone, the scattered remnants of humanity were expected to wither and fade into obscurity. But the Council had underestimated the resilience and determination of the human spirit. Across the vast expanse of the galaxy, humans clung to survival. They adapted, evolved, and thrived in the harshest environments. Hidden on the fringes of the galaxy, they rebuilt their societies from the ground up, fueled by a burning desire for vengeance against those who had taken everything from them. Over millennia, they transformed themselves into a formidable force, united by their shared history and the dream of reclaiming their lost home. In the shadows of forgotten systems, humanity forged new alliances with other species disenfranchised by the Galactic Council. Together, they developed technology beyond the wildest dreams of their ancestors. Starships capable of tearing through the fabric of space itself, weapons that could devastate planets with a single blow, and a network of spies that infiltrated the highest echelons of the Council's member worlds. As the eons passed, the legend of Earth and its fall became a myth among the galactic community. The Galactic Council, confident in its dominion, paid little heed to the tales of a vengeful ghost species that had once called the now mythical planet home. But the descendants of Earth had not forgotten. Under the leadership of Admiral Lena Kovac, the last of the pure-blood humans, a massive fleet was assembled. Each ship bore the emblem of Earth, a blue planet, wreathed in green and white, struck through with a sword. This was more than a fleet. It was the spearhead of humanity's return, a declaration of war spanning across generations. The target of their return was not initially a council world, but rather the ruins of Earth itself. The fleet emerged from hyperspace on the edge of the Sol system, greeted by the sight of a graveyard of planets. Where Earth should have been, there was only an asteroid belt, a silent testament to the Council's wrath. Admiral Kovac stood on the bridge of the flagship. Revenant, her eyes fixed on the view screen. "This is where we begin," she announced, her voice steady and resolute. "Not just to avenge what was taken from us, but to reclaim our place in the galaxy. We do not forget. We do not forgive." The fleet moved forward, navigating through the debris of their ancestral home. Their mission was twofold: to establish a forward base amidst the ruins of the Sol system, and to recover any relics or knowledge that had survived the cataclysm. As they deployed teams to the surface of the asteroids, they made an astonishing discovery. Hidden deep within a cavern on what was once the moon, a time capsule had been sealed away by the last defenders of Earth. It contained records, technologies, and a message of hope for the future. Humanity had anticipated their downfall and had made preparations to ensure their legacy would endure. Admiral Kovac held the ancient data device in her hands, a link to a past she had only dreamed of. "With this, we rebuild not just our future, but honor our past," she said to her crew. The find was more than a treasure. It was a beacon of hope and a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit. The establishment of the base on the ruins of Earth's moon marked the beginning of humanity's campaign for vengeance. From this stronghold, they would launch their attacks against the Galactic Council, leveraging the strategic position and symbolic value of their ancestral system. The return of humanity was no longer a myth or a legend. It was a reality that the Galactic Council would soon have to face. The war for retribution had begun, and the galaxy would never be the same. As the chapter closes, the fleets of humanity prepare to move out from the shadows of the past towards a future where they can stand tall among the stars, avenging the destruction of their home and forging a new legacy for generations to come. The news of humanity's return spread through the galaxy like a shockwave, shattering the fragile peace that had existed under the aegis of the Galactic Council. The Council, a conglomerate of alien species that had long prided themselves on maintaining order, found themselves scrambling to address the resurgence of a species they had considered extinct. The myth of the destroyed Earth and its vengeful children had become a harrowing reality. Admiral Kovac, with the ancient data device now decrypted, uncovered strategic information that could tip the scales in humanity's favor. It contained not just the history of Earth's final days, but also detailed accounts of the Galactic Council's vulnerabilities, secrets that had been buried for millennia. While the Galactic Council convened emergency sessions to deliberate their response, humanity was already several steps ahead. Leveraging the intelligence from the time capsule, Admiral Kovac outlined a series of strikes against key Council assets. These were not mere acts of sabotage, but calculated moves to undermine the Council's authority and sow discord among its members. The first target was the Council's communications hub on Xerxes 4, a planet critical for interstellar messaging and coordination. A stealth team, led by Commander Alex Wren, infiltrated the heavily fortified hub. Their mission was to disrupt the Council's communication networks, but what they found on Xerxes 4 would change the course of their campaign. Deep within the hub's archives, they discovered evidence of the Council's internal divisions and corruption. It seemed that the decision to destroy Earth had not been as unanimous as history suggested. There were dissenters, voices that had been silenced or ignored. This revelation provided humanity with not just ammunition for their war, but also potential allies within the Council itself. Meanwhile, across the galaxy, planets that had chafed under the Council's rule began to see humanity's resurgence as a beacon of hope. Rebel factions and disenfranchised species reached out to Admiral Kovac, offering their support. A coalition was forming, bound by a common desire to see the Council's reign come to an end. As Admiral Kovac pondered her next move, she was approached by emissaries from the Tarn, a species that had once been part of the Council, but had been ostracized for their opposition to aggressive expansionist policies. The Tarn offered not just their military support, but also their knowledge of the Council's deeper secrets. In return, they asked for humanity's help to reclaim their homeworld, seized by the Council centuries ago. The alliance with the Tarn marked a turning point in the conflict. With their assistance, humanity's fleets were able to bypass the Council's defenses, launching a series of successful raids on critical outposts. Each victory brought more systems into the fold, eager to cast off the Council's yoke. But success came at a cost. The Council, now fully aware of the threat humanity posed, retaliated with devastating force. They unleashed their most powerful weapons, ancient technologies that could obliterate entire fleets. The war escalated, with both sides suffering heavy losses. The galaxy stood on the brink of total chaos, with the balance of power shifting unpredictably. Admiral Kovac faced a difficult decision. To continue the direct assault on the Council could lead to a Pyrrhic victory at best, with countless lives lost. Instead, she chose a more daring path. Using the intelligence gathered, she aimed to fracture the Council from within, exploiting its internal divisions to weaken its grip on the galaxy. As the war between humanity and the Galactic Council intensified, Admiral Lena Kovac's strategy began to bear fruit. The seeds of dissent she had sown among the Council's members grew into open rebellion, as species long oppressed by the Council's policies rallied to her cause. The galaxy was divided, with skirmishes and battles erupting across star systems. Yet amidst the chaos, a more subtle conflict was unfolding, a war of espionage, information, and shadowy alliances. Commander Alex Wren, who had proven himself on Xerxes 4, was now tasked with leading a covert operations team. Their mission was to infiltrate the most secure Council archives and uncover evidence of war crimes committed against various species. This information would not only bolster the moral standing of the human-led coalition, but also weaken the Council's legitimacy among its own ranks. The team's operations took them from the icy moons of Yotha, where political prisoners were rumored to be held, to the burning skies of Viridia, where the Council's secret weapons research was conducted. Each mission brought back vital data, stirring unrest among the Council's subjects and encouraging more to join the human cause. Meanwhile, Admiral Kovac negotiated a series of tense meetings with representatives from the Council's member species. Among them were the Vraks, a species of formidable warriors who had grown disillusioned with the Council's disregard for life. In a landmark agreement, the Vraks pledged their fleets to the human coalition, swayed by Kovach's promise of a new galactic order based on mutual respect and sovereignty. The galaxy watched as the Vrax, once the Council's enforcers, turned against their former masters. This unprecedented alliance shifted the balance of power, giving the human coalition a fighting chance against the Council's superior numbers. But the Galactic Council was not idle. They launched counterintelligence operations aiming to infiltrate the human coalition and sow discord among its members. A deadly game of cat and mouse ensued, with both sides deploying spies and saboteurs in an attempt to undermine each other's efforts. It was during this time that Kovach received a message from an unlikely source, a high-ranking official within the Council itself. The official, whose identity remained a closely guarded secret, offered critical information about the Council's plans in exchange for asylum and a position within the new order Kovach was building. Skeptical but intrigued, Kovach agreed to a meeting. The rendezvous took place on a neutral space station, cloaked in the anonymity provided by the bustling trade routes. The official revealed that the Council was on the verge of deploying a weapon that could end the war decisively in their favor, a device capable of destroying stars and rendering entire systems uninhabitable. Armed with this knowledge, Kovach faced a dilemma. To neutralize the weapon, she would have to launch an all-out assault on the Council's stronghold, a fortress planet bristling with defenses. It was a risky move that could lead to heavy casualties, but the alternative was to allow the Council to wield a power that could obliterate her coalition. Determined to protect the lives of her allies and to prevent the Council from gaining such a devastating advantage, Kovach devised a bold plan. She would unite the diverse forces of her coalition for a single, decisive strike against the Council's stronghold. The operation would require precision, bravery, and a willingness to make the ultimate sacrifice. The dawn of the decisive battle approached as the Allied fleet, a mosaic of vessels from across the galaxy united under Admiral Lena Kovach's command, prepared to engage the Galactic Council's stronghold. This fortress world, known as Calum, was the heart of the Council's military might, a planet fortified over centuries to be impregnable. Orbiting defense platforms, fleets of warships, and planetary shield generators protected it. The forthcoming battle promised to be among the most formidable in galactic history. Admiral Kovach, aboard the flagship Revenant, surveyed her assembled forces. Each ship, from the sleek fighters of the human fleet to the imposing battleships of the Vrax, was a testament to the determination of those who had once been crushed under the Council's rule. In the faces of her crew and allies, she saw a resolve that filled her with hope, even in the face of overwhelming odds. The plan was audacious. A diversionary attack led by the Vrax would draw the attention of the Council's fleets, allowing a smaller strike team to penetrate the planet's defenses and disable the shield generators. With the shields down, the Revenant and its accompanying dreadnoughts could deliver a crippling blow to the planetary defenses, enabling ground forces to secure the weapon capable of star annihilation before the Council could deploy it. As the fleet moved into position, the first volleys of the diversionary assault lit up the void. The Vrax, renowned for their martial prowess, engaged the Council's fleets with a ferocity that lived up to their fearsome reputation. Meanwhile, Commander Alex Wren led the elite strike team, navigating the deadly gauntlet of Calum's defenses in a high-speed insertion craft. The intensity of the battle escalated quickly, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. The space around Calum became a chaotic maelstrom of fire and debris, a testament to the ferocity of the conflict. Amidst the chaos, Wren's team made their daring approach, using the cover of the larger battle to slip through the defenses. On the planet's surface, the team encountered fierce resistance. The Council's elite forces were well prepared, and the battle to reach the shield generators was brutal. Every step forward was bought with blood and sacrifice. But the Coalition's fighters, driven by the memory of their lost worlds and the hope of a free galaxy, pushed onward with relentless determination. Meanwhile, in orbit, the Revenant and its squadron faced the full might of the Council's remaining fleets. Admiral Kovach, orchestrating the battle with a calmness that belied the storm around her, found herself in a deadly game of strategy against the Council's commanders. Every maneuver was critical. every decision a matter of life and death. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, the strike team reached the shield generators. In a moment that would be remembered in the annals of history, they succeeded in bringing the defenses down. The Revenant and its allies, seizing the moment, unleashed a devastating barrage that shattered the fortress world's outer defenses. The ground forces, led by veterans of 100 battles, surged forward in the wake of the orbital bombardment. Their goal was within reach, but the Council's weapon was still guarded by the most loyal and fanatical defenders. The fighting was fierce, but driven by the knowledge of what failure would mean. The Coalition forces fought with a desperation and courage that could not be denied. The battle for Calum had reached its climax. The fortress world's outer defenses lay in ruins, testament to the determination and unity of the Allied forces. Yet the hardest challenge awaited them at the heart of the planet, a labyrinthine complex housing the star-annihilating weapon. This was the culmination of the Galactic Council's ambition and cruelty. A weapon not just of war but of annihilation, capable of extinguishing the light of entire civilizations. Admiral Lena Kovac, coordinating the ground assault from the Revenant, understood the gravity of the moment. The Coalition forces, a tapestry of species and cultures once divided by the Council's manipulations, now stood united in their resolve to end this threat once and for all. The corridors of the complex echoed with the cacophony of battle as Coalition troops fought their way deeper into the heart of darkness. Commander Alex Wren, leading the vanguard, felt the weight of their mission with each step forward. They encountered traps, automated defense systems, and elite Council guards, each obstacle designed not just to kill, but to demoralize. Yet the Coalition's resolve was unbreakable. They had come too far and sacrificed too much to falter now. As they breached the final defenses, the weapons control room lay before them. It was a room that seemed out of place amidst the chaos of war, a place of eerie silence, dominated by the massive interface that controlled the weapon. Here, the true horror of the Council's plan was laid bare. The weapon, powered by dark energy, had the capability to trigger supernovas, erasing star systems and all life within them. The team set to work, with tech specialists racing against time to disable the weapon. Outside, the battle raged on, but the fate of the galaxy hinged on the actions within this room. As they worked, a message from Admiral Kovac crackled through the comm links, urging them on. The Revenant and its allies were holding the line, but they couldn't last forever. In a race against time, and with the odds stacked against them, the Coalition's finest minds managed to breach the weapon's safeguards. With a mixture of skill, courage, and desperation, they initiated the shutdown sequence. The weapon, designed to end civilizations, was rendered inert, its dark purpose unfulfilled. But victory did not come without cost. The Council, in a final act of defiance, triggered a self-destruct sequence for the complex. The Coalition forces made a desperate retreat, navigating the maze they had fought so hard to penetrate. The explosion that followed was a conflagration of such intensity that it seemed, for a moment, as if the Council had succeeded in its final act of vengeance. Admiral Kovac, watching from orbit, felt a surge of despair as the complex vanished in a blinding light. But then, from the heart of the devastation, signals began to emerge. Against all odds, many of the ground forces had survived, shielded by the very technology they had sought to destroy. Among them was Commander Wren, whose team had been at the epicenter of the blast. The destruction of the weapon marked a turning point in the war. With its ultimate weapon disabled and its fortress world captured, the Council's power crumbled. Across the galaxy, systems rose in rebellion, inspired by humanity's defiance and the unity of the Coalition. The Galactic Council, once the unchallenged rulers of the galaxy, found themselves besieged on all sides. In the aftermath of the destruction of the star-annihilating weapon and the fall of the fortress world Calum, the galaxy found itself at a crossroads. The Galactic Council, once the unassailable power governing countless systems, was now fragmented and weakened. Their ultimate weapon neutralized, their leadership in disarray, the Council's grip on the galaxy loosened day by day. In its place, a new coalition led by humanity and its allies emerged, not seeking dominion but unity, not conquest but collaboration. Admiral Lena Kovac, hailed as the architect of the new galaxy, worked tirelessly to broker peace and rebuild the ravaged systems. The task was monumental. Entire worlds had been lost to the war, civilizations uprooted, and the fabric of galactic society torn. Yet in this time of great upheaval there was also hope, a chance to create a society founded on the principles of equality, freedom, and mutual respect. The first order of business was the establishment of a new governing body to replace the Galactic Council. This body, dubbed the Galactic Unity Alliance, GUA, was to be fundamentally different from its predecessor. Representation was to be universal, with each member species having a voice. The formation of the GUA was not without its challenges. Old rivalries and suspicions lingered, and the scars of the war ran deep. But under Admiral Kovac's guidance, and with the efforts of countless diplomats, peacekeepers, and volunteers, the alliance began to take shape. Meanwhile, Commander Alex Wren took on a new role, leading a task force aimed at humanitarian efforts and the rebuilding of destroyed worlds. These missions took him and his team to the far corners of the galaxy, providing aid to those most affected by the war. It was a stark contrast to the battles he had fought, yet in many ways, it was just as challenging and infinitely more rewarding. The Reconstruction era saw the emergence of new technologies and the sharing of knowledge between species. Humanity's resilience and ingenuity, which had been key to their survival and victory, were now instrumental in the galaxy's rebirth. From the ruins of war, new cities rose, planets were terraformed, and lost worlds were rediscovered and resettled. However, not all remnants of the old council were willing to accept this new order. Splinter factions and rogue elements sought to regain their lost power, posing a threat to the fragile peace. The GUA's response was the formation of the Peacekeeper Corps, a multi-species military and diplomatic force tasked with maintaining order and defending the principles of the Alliance. Admiral Kovac, in one of her many addresses to the galaxy, spoke of the road ahead. "We stand at the dawn of a new galaxy, one born from the ashes of conflict, but shining brightly with the promise of a better future. The path will not be easy, and challenges will test our resolve. Yet I have faith in our collective spirit, in the bonds forged through adversity, and in the shared dream of a united galaxy." In the newly christened era of the Galactic Unity Alliance, GUA, the galaxy flourished as it never had before. This period, often referred to as the Renaissance of the Stars, was marked by unprecedented cooperation and innovation. The scars of the old wars faded, replaced by a shared commitment to prosperity and exploration. Yet beneath the surface of this utopian vision, the seeds of future trials lay dormant, for peace is a garden that requires constant tending. Admiral Lena Kovac, now serving as a key architect of the GUA, found herself at the helm of not just a military fleet, but a vision for the future. Her leadership had been instrumental in shaping the new galaxy, and her focus shifted towards ensuring that the unity forged in the crucible of conflict would endure. She initiated the Starlight Project, a grand endeavor to connect all corners of the galaxy through a network of jump gates, facilitating not just trade and travel, but the exchange of ideas and cultures. Meanwhile, Commander Alex Wren, having transitioned from the battlefield to the forefront of galactic diplomacy, encountered the complexities of weaving a tapestry of peace across diverse worlds. Each system had its own history, grievances, and dreams. Wren's efforts to mediate disputes and foster understanding became foundational in solidifying the GUA's principles of equality and respect. However, the galaxy remained vast and mysterious, with its frontier ever expanding. Explorers ventured into uncharted territories, discovering ancient civilizations and new species. Among these were the Aeonians, a species possessing advanced technology that allowed them to manipulate time on a local scale. The Aeonians, wary of the conflicts that had once ravaged the galaxy, initially resisted joining the GUA. It was through patient diplomacy and the assurance of mutual respect and protection that they eventually agreed to share their knowledge, revolutionizing the way the galaxy understood time and space. The integration of Aeonian technology marked a new era of exploration and understanding. But with great power came great responsibility. The GUA established the Temporal Accords, strict regulations governing the use of temporal technologies to prevent abuses that could unravel the fabric of reality itself. As the GUA navigated these new frontiers, the specter of the past loomed. Remnants of the old Galactic Council, now operating from the shadows, saw the Aeonian technology as a means to reclaim their lost dominance. A series of covert operations aimed at acquiring this technology forced Admiral Kovac and Commander Wren to confront the delicate balance between freedom and security. The discovery of a Council sleeper cell on the verge of weaponizing Aeonian technology led to a crisis that tested the very ideals of the GUA. It was a stark reminder that vigilance was necessary, that peace was not a natural state, but one that had to be actively maintained and defended. In a decisive move, Kovac and Wren led a combined fleet and diplomatic corps to dismantle the sleeper cell, securing the technology and reinforcing the message that the GUA would not tolerate threats to its unity. This action, while necessary, sparked debates across the galaxy about surveillance, freedom, and the measures needed to protect the common good. As the Galactic Unity Alliance, GUA, entered a period of relative stability and prosperity, the galaxy began to explore not only outward into the unknown reaches of space, but also inward, into the complexities of its own diverse cultures and histories. The Renaissance of the stars brought about not just technological and scientific advancements, but also a cultural and philosophical reawakening. Amidst this backdrop of progress, an ancient mystery resurfaced, one that would challenge the very foundation of the GUA's understanding of the universe. Deep in the uncharted territories, an exploration team stumbled upon an artifact of unknown origin, buried within the heart of a dead planet. This artifact, a monolith inscribed with symbols that predated known civilizations, emitted a low, pulsating energy signature that defied analysis. The discovery sent ripples through the scientific community, igniting a galaxy-wide quest to unlock its secrets. Admiral Lena Kovac, recognizing the potential significance of the artifact, assembled a team of the galaxy's foremost scientists, historians, and linguists, led by Commander Alex Wren. Their mission was to decipher the monolith's message and trace its origins, a journey that would lead them to confront the galaxy's darkest corners and oldest mysteries. The monolith, dubbed the Echoes of the Void, proved to be a beacon, one that had been silently calling out across the cosmos for millennia. As Wren and his team delved deeper into its mysteries, they uncovered a network of similar artifacts scattered across the galaxy, each linked to a point in space where the fabric of reality seemed thinner, the veil between dimensions more fragile. This network, as they would come to understand, was a map to the ether, a parallel dimension that existed alongside their own, a place of immense power and infinite danger. The ether held the key to untold technological advancements and the potential to traverse galaxies in moments, but it was also home to entities and forces beyond human comprehension. The revelation of the ether and its implications sent shockwaves through the GUA. The potential for such power brought with it a host of ethical and existential questions. Could they risk accessing the ether, knowing it could bring about untold advancements or unleash dangers they could not hope to control? As debates raged across the GUA, a rogue faction saw in the ether an opportunity to seize power and undermine the Alliance. This faction, remnants of the old Galactic Council's hardliners, launched a covert mission to access the ether, willing to gamble the galaxy's safety for a chance to regain their lost dominion. The crisis reached its zenith when the rogue faction succeeded in opening a rift to the ether, unleashing a surge of energy that threatened to consume entire star systems. The very fabric of space-time began to warp, creating anomalies that defied physics and endangered millions of lives. Admiral Kovac, faced with an unprecedented threat, mobilized the GUA's fleets and scientists in a desperate effort to close the rift. Commander Wren, leveraging his deep understanding of the echoes of the void, led a daring mission into the rift itself, aiming to seal it from within. Inside the ether, Wren and his team encountered wonders and horrors beyond imagination. A realm where thoughts could shape reality and ancient entities observed the intruders with inscrutable motives. Despite the odds, through a combination of courage, ingenuity, and the indomitable human spirit, they managed to close the rift, sealing the ether away once more. Chapter 8 closes with the galaxy saved from the brink of catastrophe, but the encounter with the ether left its mark on the GUA. The unity that had been their strength was tested, revealing fractures that needed mending. The echoes of the void, now silent once more, served as a humbling reminder of the galaxy's vast mysteries and the need for caution in the face of the unknown. As the GUA looked to the future, they did so with a renewed commitment to their founding principles, aware that the quest for knowledge and power must always be tempered by wisdom and respect for the cosmos. The legacy of their journey into the ether would echo through the ages, a tale of curiosity, ambition, and the unyielding resolve to face the darkness and emerge into the light. Following the harrowing events surrounding the ether and the near-catastrophic breach into its realm, the Galactic Unity Alliance, GUA, found itself at a pivotal moment in its history. The crisis had exposed vulnerabilities in the fabric of the Alliance, highlighting the delicate balance between exploration and the preservation of galactic harmony. In the aftermath, a period of introspection and consolidation began, focusing on strengthening the bonds within the GUA and ensuring that the pursuit of knowledge never again endangered the collective well-being of the galaxy. Admiral Lena Kovac, whose leadership had been instrumental in navigating the myriad crises that had befallen the galaxy, proposed the establishment of the Institute of Galactic Heritage. This institution was envisioned as a beacon of shared knowledge and cultural exchange, dedicated to the preservation of the galaxy's rich tapestry of histories and cultures. It would also serve as a guardian of dangerous knowledge, ensuring that technologies and powers such as those related to the ether were kept under watchful guard, accessible only to those with the wisdom and ethical grounding to use them responsibly. Commander Alex Wren, once a soldier on the front lines of the galaxy's darkest battles, became one of the Institute's first ambassadors. His mission took him across the galaxy, weaving the threads of unity through diplomacy and mutual understanding. His journeys were a testament to the GUA's commitment to peace and the shared destiny of all its members. Amid this era of rebuilding, a discovery on the fringe of the galaxy offered a new test to the resilience of the GUA. A temporal anomaly, a ripple in the fabric of space-time emerged, threatening to unravel the very tapestry of history. Unlike anything encountered before, this anomaly didn't just pose a danger to the physical galaxy, but to its historical continuity as well. The anomaly's origins were traced back to an ancient civilization, the Chronarchs, who had mastered time manipulation but had vanished mysteriously eons ago. Their legacy, it seemed, had been left behind not as a monument to their achievements, but as a warning of the perils that lay in tampering with time. Admiral Kovac, understanding the gravity of the threat, convened a council of the galaxy's brightest minds. Together, they devised a plan not to destroy the anomaly, but to contain and study it, hoping to unlock its secrets without risking further damage to the timeline. Commander Wren was chosen to lead the mission, a testament to his proven ability to navigate the unknown. His team, comprising specialists in temporal physics, history, and xenobiology, embarked on a journey to the heart of the anomaly. Their mission was fraught with risks, as they navigated temporal distortions that threatened to erase them from history or trap them in loops of unending time. Inside the anomaly, they encountered echoes of the Chronarchs, fragments of consciousness preserved within the temporal flux. From these echoes, Wren and his team learned of the Chronarchs' rise and fall, their quest for immortality through mastery of time, and the catastrophic consequences of their hubris. The Chronarchs had not simply vanished, they had been consumed by their own creation, trapped in a prison of their own making. Armed with this knowledge, Wren's team worked to stabilize the anomaly, creating a temporal lock that would contain its effects and prevent it from spreading. Their efforts were successful, but the mission left them and the galaxy with a profound lesson. The flow of time, like the fabric of space, was a fundamental aspect of the universe that demanded respect and caution in its handling. In the wake of the temporal anomaly crisis and the establishment of the Institute of Galactic Heritage, the Galactic Unity Alliance, GUA, found itself navigating a period of unprecedented peace and prosperity. This era, marked by exploration, innovation, and cultural exchange, became known as the Golden Age of the galaxy. Yet, even as the GUA thrived, the vastness of space continued to hold secrets and challenges that would test the resilience and unity of its members. Admiral Lena Kovac, ever vigilant, recognized that the true strength of the GUA lay not just in its ability to respond to crises, but in its capacity to anticipate and prepare for the unknown. To this end, she championed the formation of the Horizon Initiative, a program dedicated to the exploration of the furthest reaches of the galaxy and beyond. The initiative's mandate was clear: to explore uncharted territories, seek out potential allies, and safeguard the galaxy from threats both known and yet to be discovered. Commander Alex Wren, inspired by the successes of his previous missions, volunteered to lead the Horizon Initiative's flagship expedition. His vessel, the Pioneer, was equipped with the latest in exploration and defense technology, including experimental engines capable of faster-than-ever travel through hyperspace and advanced Ionian shielding derived from the lessons of the Ether incident. The Pioneer's journey took them to the edges of known space, where stars were sparse and the darkness profound. Here, in the silence between stars, they made a discovery that would once again reshape the galaxy's understanding of the universe. On the edge of a dormant black hole, the Pioneer detected signals indicative of artificial structures. Closer investigation revealed a series of ancient gateways, similar in design to the echoes of the void but far older and more complex. These gateways appeared to be navigation markers, leading to a network of pathways through subspace, a network that spanned galaxies. The implications were staggering. The gateways suggested the existence of a civilization with technology far surpassing anything the GUA had encountered, capable of not just interstellar but intergalactic travel. However, the civilization that built these gateways was nowhere to be found, leaving only their creations as silent sentinels in the dark. Admiral Kovac convened a summit of the GUA's leaders and brightest minds to discuss the discovery. The debate was intense, split between the urge to explore these new pathways and the cautionary tales of the past, which warned of the dangers inherent in tampering with forces beyond their understanding. Ultimately, the decision was made to proceed, but with utmost caution. The Pioneer would embark on a mission to follow the gateways, not to claim new territories, but to understand who had built them and why. The expedition would be a leap into the unknown, a journey not just through space, but potentially through time. As the Pioneer activated the first gateway, a ripple of light enveloped the ship, and it vanished from known space, leaving behind a galaxy united in anticipation and hope. The Horizon Initiative, in its daring to reach beyond the familiar, embodied the spirit of the GUA, a spirit of curiosity, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to the collective future of all its members. As the Pioneer embarked on its interstellar odyssey through the ancient gateways, it ventured into realms of wonder and peril beyond imagination. Guided by the enigmatic markers left by a civilization long gone, the crew of the Pioneer navigated the pathways through subspace, each jump propelling them farther from the familiar and deeper into the mysteries of the cosmos. Commander Alex Wren, leading the expedition with a blend of curiosity and caution, found himself humbled by the sheer scale and complexity of the network they traversed. Each gateway led to a new vista, from star clusters teeming with life to voids of cosmic emptiness where time itself seemed to lose meaning. The journey was not without its dangers. The pathways through subspace were fraught with anomalies and hazards, relics of a bygone era that tested the Pioneer's crew at every turn. Yet, with each challenge overcome, they gained new insights into the nature of the network and the civilization that had constructed it. On one occasion, the Pioneer emerged from a gateway into the midst of a cosmic storm, a maelstrom of energy that threatened to tear the ship apart. Through skillful piloting and the quick thinking of the crew, they managed to navigate the storm and emerge on the other side, battered but undeterred. On another occasion, they encountered a sentient species living within the pathways themselves, a race of beings whose existence was intertwined with the fabric of subspace. These beings, known as the Shadari, offered the pioneer guidance and assistance, sharing their ancient wisdom and warning of dangers yet unseen. As the pioneer journeyed deeper into the network, they uncovered clues about the civilization that had built the gateways, the Ancients as they came to be known. The Ancients were a species of unimaginable power and knowledge, whose technology transcended the limits of known science. Yet for all their achievements, they had vanished without a trace, leaving behind only the remnants of their legacy scattered across the cosmos. Amidst the wonders and perils of their journey, the crew of the Pioneer forged bonds that transcended species and cultures. They learned to rely on each other, to trust in their collective ingenuity and resilience. Together, they faced challenges that tested their resolve and strengthened their unity, forging a camaraderie that would endure long after their voyage had ended. As Chapter 11 draws to a close, the Pioneer continues its voyage through the gateways, venturing ever deeper into the unknown. The crew's quest to uncover the secrets of the Ancients becomes not just a journey of exploration, but a voyage of self-discovery, as they confront the mysteries of the cosmos and the limits of their own understanding. The interstellar odyssey of the Pioneer is a testament to the indomitable spirit of exploration and discovery that drives humanity and its allies forward towards the horizon of the stars. As the Pioneer ventured deeper into the network of gateways, the mysteries of the Ancients unfurled like tendrils, reaching across the fabric of space-time. Each jump through the gateways revealed new wonders and challenges, pushing the crew to the limits of their understanding and testing the bonds forged in the crucible of exploration. Commander Alex Wren, leading the expedition with a steady hand and an insatiable curiosity, found himself captivated by the enigma of the Ancients. Their technology, woven into the very fabric of the gateways, hinted at a civilization that had mastered the secrets of the cosmos. Yet, for all their power, the Ancients had vanished without a trace, leaving behind only echoes of their existence. On one world, the Pioneer discovered a vast archive, a repository of knowledge encoded in crystalline structures that glimmered with the light of distant stars. These archives contained records of the Ancients' achievements, their triumphs and failures, their wars and treaties. Through the painstaking work of the crew, the secrets of the Ancients began to unfold, painting a portrait of a civilization that had once spanned the galaxy. Among the revelations was the discovery of a cosmic anomaly, an event horizon where the fabric of space-time seemed to converge. This anomaly, known as the Nexus, was a focal point of the Ancients' research, a gateway to realms beyond the comprehension of mortal minds. The Pioneer, drawn by the allure of the unknown, set course for the Nexus, eager to uncover its secrets. As they approached the Nexus, the crew of the Pioneer encountered phenomena beyond their wildest dreams. Space warped and twisted around them, defying the laws of physics and logic. Time itself seemed to unravel, stretching and compressing in ways that defied explanation. Amidst the chaos, they glimpsed fleeting visions of other realities, worlds of unimaginable beauty and horror, civilizations that rose and fell like waves upon the shore of eternity. These echoes of eternity left an indelible mark on the crew, stirring within them a sense of awe and wonder at the vastness of creation. At the heart of the Nexus, they discovered a structure unlike anything they had ever seen, a singularity of infinite density, surrounded by a halo of shimmering energy. This, they realized, was the source of the Nexus, a gateway to the very fabric of existence itself. As they studied the singularity, they came to understand its purpose. It was a bridge, a conduit through which the Ancients had sought to transcend the limitations of mortal existence and commune with the cosmic forces that shaped the universe. It was a beacon, calling out across the void, inviting the curious and the brave to glimpse the mysteries of creation. As the Pioneer stood on the threshold of the Nexus, a cosmic singularity of infinite density that bridged the realms of existence, the crew prepared themselves for a journey that would transcend the boundaries of space and time. Commander Alex Wren, his heart filled with a mixture of excitement and trepidation, led his intrepid team into the heart of the unknown. The singularity pulsed with a rhythmic energy, casting an ethereal glow upon the pioneer as it approached. The crew could feel the fabric of reality itself shifting around them, as if the Nexus were a living entity, beckoning them closer with each passing moment. As they entered the event horizon, the laws of physics seemed to dissolve, replaced by a kaleidoscope of colors and patterns that danced across the void. Time lost its meaning, stretching and compressing in a symphony of chaos and order. Within the Nexus, the crew encountered phenomena that defied explanation. Visions of alternate realities, echoes of distant galaxies, and whispers of cosmic secrets that tantalized the senses. It was as if they had stepped into the very heart of creation itself, where the boundaries between dreams and reality blurred into insignificance. Amidst the swirling chaos of the Nexus, they glimpsed a figure, a being of pure light and energy, whose presence radiated wisdom and power. This entity, whom they came to know as the Guardian of the Nexus, spoke to them in a voice that resonated with the echoes of 1,000 stars. The Guardian revealed to them the true purpose of the Nexus, a conduit through which the ancients had sought to commune with the cosmic forces that shaped the universe. It was a gateway to the realm of the Celestials, beings of unfathomable power and wisdom who guided the destiny of the cosmos. But the Nexus was more than just a doorway. It was a test, a trial of courage and resolve that only the bravest souls could hope to pass. For within its depths lay the secrets of creation itself, truths that could shatter the minds of those unprepared for the weight of cosmic knowledge. The Guardian offered the crew a choice: to continue their journey and seek the answers they sought, or to turn back and return to the safety of the known. It was a decision that would shape the course of their destiny, determining whether they would become mere mortals or ascend to become something more. With hearts united and spirits unbroken, the crew of the Pioneer chose to embrace the unknown, to venture forth into the Nexus and uncover the mysteries that lay beyond. For they knew that true greatness lay not in the safety of the familiar, but in the boundless expanse of the uncharted. Within the depths of the Nexus, the Pioneer journeyed deeper into the cosmic unknown, guided by the ethereal light of the Guardian. Time ceased to hold sway as the crew traversed the vast expanse of the singularity, their senses overwhelmed by the majesty and mystery that surrounded them. As they delved deeper into the heart of the Nexus, they encountered phenomena that defied comprehension, a symphony of light and sound that resonated with the very essence of existence. Visions of worlds beyond counting flickered in and out of view, each one a testament to the boundless creativity of the cosmos. Amidst the chaos of the Nexus, they glimpsed fleeting images of the Celestials, beings of pure energy and consciousness whose presence radiated with a power beyond mortal understanding. These entities, guardians of the cosmic order, watched over the universe with a wisdom that transcended time and space. At the heart of the Nexus, the Pioneer encountered the Celestial Throne, a shimmering construct of light and energy that pulsed with the heartbeat of creation itself. Here, amidst the swirling currents of cosmic power, they beheld the true majesty of the Celestials, their forms blending seamlessly with the fabric of reality. The Guardian spoke to them once more, its voice echoing with the wisdom of ages. It revealed to them the purpose of their journey: to stand before the Celestial Throne and undergo the trial of ascendance, a test of courage, wisdom, and resolve that would determine their fate among the stars. To ascend, the crew would need to prove themselves worthy of the Celestials' guidance, to demonstrate that they possessed the strength and integrity to wield the cosmic forces that shaped the universe. It was a challenge that few had ever faced, yet the crew of the Pioneer embraced it with a determination born of their shared unity and purpose. As they stood before the Celestial Throne, they felt the weight of the cosmos bearing down upon them, a cosmic crucible in which their souls would be tested and tempered like steel. Visions of their past, present, and future danced before their eyes, revealing truths both wondrous and terrifying. Yet through it all, they remained steadfast, their spirits unbroken by the trials that surrounded them, for they knew that they carried within them the hopes and dreams of a galaxy united in the pursuit of truth and enlightenment. and that their journey was not just their own, but the culmination of a legacy that stretched back to the dawn of time itself. And so, as the echoes of eternity whispered their secrets, and the light of the celestials bathed them in its radiance, the crew of the Pioneer took their final step into the realm of the divine, ready to embrace their destiny among the stars. As Chapter 14 draws to a close, the fate of the crew hangs in the balance, poised on the cusp of ascendance into realms beyond mortal comprehension. The journey ahead is fraught with uncertainty, but they face it with courage and determination, ready to transcend the boundaries of existence and become something greater than themselves. And as they stand before the celestial throne, they carry with them the hopes and dreams of a galaxy united in the quest for truth and enlightenment, their spirits ablaze with the fire of destiny. In the presence of the celestial throne, amidst the swirling currents of cosmic energy and the whispers of eternity, the crew of the Pioneer faced their final trial, the trial of ascendance. Here, in the realm of the celestials, their spirits were laid bare, their destinies entwined with the very fabric of creation itself. As they stood before the celestial throne, the crew felt a profound sense of awe and reverence wash over them. The celestials, beings of pure energy and consciousness, regarded them with eyes that seemed to pierce the veil of reality itself, probing the depths of their souls with an intensity that left no secrets hidden. The trial of ascendance unfolded like a cosmic tapestry, weaving together threads of destiny and choice, action and consequence. Visions of their past deeds, both noble and ignoble, played out before them, revealing the true nature of their character and the depths of their resolve. For Commander Alex Wren, it was a journey of self-discovery, a reckoning with the choices that had shaped his life and the burdens he carried as a leader. His courage and compassion, his willingness to sacrifice for the greater good, were laid bare for all to see, a testament to the strength of his spirit and the depth of his humanity. For the rest of the crew, it was a trial of unity and camaraderie, a test of their ability to stand together in the face of adversity and triumph as one. Their bonds forged in the crucible of exploration and discovery held firm, their shared purpose guiding them through the trials that lay ahead. As the trial of ascendance reached its climax, the crew faced their greatest challenge yet, a choice that would determine the course of their destiny for eternity. They were offered the chance to ascend, to become beings of pure energy and consciousness, forever bound to the cosmic currents that shaped the universe. But with ascendance came sacrifice, the loss of their mortal forms, their individuality subsumed into the collective consciousness of the celestials. It was a choice that demanded the ultimate surrender of self, a leap of faith into the unknown. In the end, they chose to embrace their humanity, to remain true to the principles that had guided them throughout their journey, the bonds of friendship, the pursuit of knowledge, and the belief in the power of unity to overcome even the greatest of challenges. And so, as the echoes of eternity faded into the cosmic void, the crew of the Pioneer stood together, their spirits ablaze with the fire of destiny. Though their journey had come to an end, their legacy would endure, a beacon of hope and inspiration to all who dared to reach for the stars. As Chapter 15 draws to a close, the crew of the Pioneer returns to the realm of mortal existence, forever changed by their encounter with the Celestials. Though their path forward may be uncertain, they face the future with courage and determination, ready to embrace whatever challenges and adventures await them among the stars. And as they set sail once more into the cosmic unknown, they carry with them the memory of their journey, a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity and its capacity to transcend the boundaries of the known and venture into the infinite realms of possibility.